From across Maryland, Virginia, and the District, this is Washington's 24-hour local news leader. News Channel 8's Live This Morning starts right now.
More now on the foreclosure crisis and the fallout from it. Our next guest, Dena Roudybush, is an attorney who conducted her own unofficial investigations of some mortgage audits, and what she found is very discouraging. Some companies have been giving bad mortgage advice in order just to make more money off their clients, and Dena joins us live this morning here on the set with some cautionary tales, I guess, if you will. Thanks so much for joining us, Dena. First of all, you used to be a counsel on the part of the brokers and the lenders and the services, but you've now sort of gone across the street, if you will, and you're now representing the folks who are in the real trouble, in danger of foreclosure. What was sort of the tipping point there? What got you to say, wait a minute, what's going on isn't right and I need to look out for these other folks?
Actually, with the beginning of the mortgage collapse, it's the number of homeowners that I've come in contact with through representing lenders and brokers. And when you hear the plight of these people, I understand their situation. They're unable to make their mortgage payments. They're losing their house. They don't know if their children will be able to continue to go to the same school. It was just an emotional tug that I felt compelled to represent these homeowners. It
is a terrible situation, and one that seems to be getting a little bit worse. Maybe we've plateaued for the time right now, which I guess is something of a positive. But there's still an awful lot of people out there in this same sort of situation. And they're told, go back to your lender, try and work out some other alternative plans. Maybe you can renegotiate the terms of the mortgage. Is that happening? Can they do that?
It is extremely difficult for a homeowner to represent themselves in a loan modification. I know firsthand, some cases it took our firm a combined 60 hours to negotiate one loan modification, and it's not atypical that they're told no. They have to keep going back, and they have to have the emotional fortitude to stick with it for 4 months and to make the repeated phone calls, to spend all of that time just to try to be able to work out their loan modification.
I guess if you wouldn't represent yourself at the closing, and this is sort of a different kind of closing, that maybe you shouldn't represent yourself at that as well.
I approach it as I would trial. This is you're making a settlement offer and you're going to trial and you get one chance. If you breach your modification agreement, and a homeowner may not know what's in their best interest, they may not know what a good modification is for them. If they put themselves in a worse situation, believing that that is their only option, and they breach it, they won't get another opportunity.
And it's not just that it's difficult for the reputable lenders. There are some people out there who are trying very hard to prey on these people at just an incredibly vulnerable time. Talk about that a little bit.
That is so unfortunate. Because it's so difficult, it's made it easy for more and more companies and more individuals to tout themselves as loan modification specialists when they have absolutely no experience whatsoever. And they take these people's trust and do little or no work at all, and the devastating result, of course, is foreclosure for this family.
Talk a little bit about, if I'm in this position, I know that I have to do something, I don't know where to turn next. Where should I go? What's your best advice to that homeowner worried about losing his or her house?
At the very beginning, I would talk to the lender. Some lenders are making great efforts in enhancing their loan modification programs. Some lenders may offer something to the homeowner right there over the phone. Very, very few lenders are doing that, however. If you're unsuccessful in getting anywhere with your mortgage lender, I would suggest do your research. I would suggest strongly to go to an attorney that specializes in this. And if you decide to go to a company, do your research. What is their experience? Is there an attorney on staff that does the negotiations? And if there is an attorney on staff, what's their experience in the mortgage industry to representing the homeowner? Because you don't want a telemarketer, if you will, making these calls on your behalf.
Yeah, making a bad situation even worse. Dena, if somebody out there needs to get in touch with you and says, I need your help, what's a good way to do that? How can they get in touch with you?
They can contact our office, or they can email my email address personally.
Which is, tell me real quick.
703-261-7096. And the email address is Roudybush, ROUDYBUSH, at compliance-counsel.com.
Dena Roudybush, thank you so much. We appreciate you joining us. It is important information and good perspective from what is the front line, I guess, of this foreclosure battle. Appreciate it.
Thank you.